Okay, so the first book that we're going to read is Stink, Hamlet, and Cheese. Okay, this is the one that some of the kids in the class just picked out. So here we go. It's going to be chapter 1. Okay, Spleen Face, Canker Blossom, Maggot Pie. Woohoo! Friday at last, spring break time. Mom dropped Stink off at Sophie's house. He couldn't wait to make a list of all the fun stuff they could do over spring break. Stink rang the bell. Mrs. Wolf let him in. He ran downstairs to the playroom. The floor was littered with flying fairies and winged horses and pointy-hatted elves. Sophie of the elves sat smack dab in the middle of it all. "What's all this?" Stink asked. Sophie held up a bag of unicorns mixed in with action figures. "Look at all this good stuff I found at a yard sale," she said. "Want to play Last Unicorn on Earth?" Stink picked up a unicorn. "Hey, this one is missing a leg. And a bunch of them are missing horns." "You just have to love them for who they are," Sophie said. "Wait, how did a lady in her bathrobe toy get in here? Isn't the wacky cat lady awesome? There's more too. Mustache guy and scary dead guy. Here's the best one." She held up a balding guy with a big collar and a puffy pumpkin pants. "Hey, isn't that? It's William Shakespeare." Sophie cracked up. "Close, it's William Shakespeare." "That's what I said Stink. "He's that 400-year-old guy who wrote all those plays, right? Webster gave me a comic books of his stories. One story had a floating head in it and a talking ghost." "Some of his plays have fairies," said Sophie of the elves, "and fairy queens, and kings of fairies, and elves. Ooh, I can't wait for camp." "Camp? You're going to camp? It's not even summer." "I'm going to Shakespeare camp for spring break. It starts Monday at the college. It's called Shakespeare Sprites. You get to dress up and act out plays. And some of the plays have sprites. You should ask your parents to sign you up. Stink, if it's not too late." "Sprite? You get to drink soda at camp?" "Not that kind of sprite. A sprite is a magical being, like an elf or a fairy. But I don't really want to be in a play. I'd probably get stuck being a mouse, because I'm short. All I ever get are squeaking parts, not speaking parts." "This camp is different. Everybody gets a speaking part." "For real?" "Yep. Also, there's magic and mad kings and murderers in Shakespeare," said Sophie. "And storms and shipwrecks and sword fights." "Shipwrecks? Sword fights?" Stink perked up. Shipwrecks and sword fights sounded way not boring. Sophie held up the Shakespeare action figure and made him talk in a deep voice. "Come on, Stink. Don't be a cold-blooded, vulture-headed eyeball." "Huh?" Sophie jumped up and Shakespeare dropped his quill pen. "I almost forgot to tell you the best part. At Shakespeare camp, you get to swear." Stink could not believe his ears. "No way," he said. "Actually, it's more like funny insults. They teach you to talk like people did in Shakespeare's time. We get to have insult contests and call people silly names like Toad-Spotted Bum Bailey." Stink cracked up. "Shipwrecks, sword fights, and bum Baileys and beard wearing at college?" "So you'll come?" asked Sophie of the elves. "I will," said Stink. "Did I mention you get a free t-shirt?" "Super flying, hie thee hither." That is chapter 1. Okay, so I want you to check back and check Google Classroom for your assignments.